What's good, people? Sam O'Reilly from FightTalk. Delighted to be joined today by current WBC lightweight champion of the world, Mr. Mikey Garcia. How are you, Mikey?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Been a little while since we spoke. The last time we spoke was last year, just before your comeback fight. And I guess it's been a great year for you. Second fight back, you won the world title back that you wanted. How's it been for you, the comeback?
Oh, it was a very good comeback. Things are moving along well. Just as I planned. I always said, I'm gonna pick up right where I left off, and capture the lightweight world title on my second fight. We're looking for a bright future and great fights and great names to add to my career. So things are looking very, very well, and I'm just very happy to be where I'm at. I'm excited. I'm happy, and I know great things are coming my way.
Most definitely, and to top it off, to win the title, you had this highlight stoppage of Zlatan. I mean, that was some knockout. That was, Mikey.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, we had a game plan. We knew that Zlatan is a very tough fighter and very rugged and dangerous. He's strong. So the game plan was to keep him at a proper distance by using my jab, using my left hand, and catching him with my right hand as he would try to come in and put in the distance. So that's what we did. It worked. I landed a good uppercut followed by a right hand that put him down and called it, the end of the night.
Definitely. When we spoke, you were talking about possibly going the WBA route for a lightweight title, which is WBO route, which is obviously Terry Flanagan. You picked up the WBC title. Is Terry Flanagan still your preferred choice?
I wanted the WBO title, and I still do. I want to add a third WBO title to my collection. But at that time, he had a scheduled match with Felix Verdejo, which made it, impossible for me to get a match with Flanagan. So we opted to go the WBC route and was able to get a hold of Zlatan. Now that Flanagan just fought last weekend, and I think it would be a great fight if we can get Flanagan next. I mean, we could unify titles. He's been champion for, I think, 5 or 6 title defenses now. He's definitely, a great champion and undefeated record. So I think that would be a great matchup. But also, there's Jorge Linares, who's also holding a portion of the WBC title by champion in recess. So if we can get either one of Flanagan or Linares, Linares holding the WBA, Flanagan holding the WBO, these matches are what most interests me right now.
Yeah, definitely. Now, as from a selfish point of view, I would love you to fight Flanagan because I'd hope you'd come over and fight in England. It'd be amazing to see you fight over here. Like Gervonta Davis is coming over and such. Is that something you'd definitely still like to do, to fight over here in Britain?
Sure, I would love the opportunity to be out there. I think I have a lot of support from the UK, and I know Flanagan has a huge following there at home. So it would be a great opportunity to showcase, to the world what we as champions can do inside of the ring. We'd be unifying titles, and it'd be a great experience. And I think it would be, one hell of a fight.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be an excellent fight. You touched on Jorge Linares. He came over here and defeated Anthony Crolla. He looked very good. What did you make of his performance?
He did real well. He made the proper adjustments. He fought the right fight to win easier this time around against Crolla, Linares has shown, time and time that, he does have, elite level skills. Champion 3 divisions, doesn't come easy. And after losing some of the fights, he's lost 3 fights. But the way he comes back, and does, better than before, just shows you the kind of fighter that Linares really is. And I think he had a great performance. A lot of props, a lot of credit to Jorge.
Yeah. Obviously, your layoff, the well documented layoff, was a promotional issue. What's the situation with you now? Are you sort of being looked after yourself? You don't want to sign with any big promotion? I know Mayweather may have spoke about you once or twice. Where do you sit at the moment, promotionally wise?
Well, I think, like I said, I'm in the right place. I'm happy where I'm at. Fighting on my own, co-promoting as an association with other promoters. First fight that we had was just a fight that was proposed to me by Showtime along with Lou DiBella, a one-fight type of deal with Lou DiBella Entertainment. Second fight was through Richard Schaefer, Ringstar Promotions, but again, Showtime is backing me up on that. It was a good opportunity for me to get a title fight and come back to the scene. So we took that option. We took the offer. This next fight that I'm trying to secure again will be through Showtime, and I'm not sure exactly of the promoter just yet that we would be working with, but I haven't signed with anybody, so I'm still open to working with whoever is willing to put the show together. If I can secure a fight with another champion and we can promote the fight, I'm willing to work with anybody.
Yeah, does it make it easier for these big fights to happen? You not being, sort of tied down as such by a promoter that may want to take different routes than yourself?
Well, I think it's not necessarily that it's easy, but I'm in control and I get to pick the fights that I want, go, in the direction that I want to take my career, and then if one fighter, one opponent, one champion is unavailable, I don't have to wait. I can go a different route because I can work with a different promoter. So I can go different routes. I have different options, and that's really what I like most about the position that I hold right now, because I have those options. I'm willing to work with other promoters, and if for whatever reason they're unavailable, I move on to the next guy and see what we can do.
Yeah, definitely. It's a nice situation for you to be in, especially coming through, which was obviously a difficult period, the 2.5 years. It must be nice now, sort of feeling as you have a big part in your own destiny and how it plays out. I can imagine that's very nice situation to be in.
It is. It's a wonderful situation. It's paying off. The 2.5-year layoff, could be a blessing in disguise. It was time that I couldn't fight. I wasn't allowed to fight. I couldn't leave. My former promoter was not offering me any fights during that time period. But now everything seems to be going along so well. Everybody is talking about me, talking about future fights from 130 to 135 to 140, possibly even 147. They're mentioning names in all these categories, and they're mentioning me. They would like to see all of these guys fighting me, facing me. It must be for a reason.
Most definitely. I think those highlight reel knockout finishes have just reminded people a bit more about Mikey Garcia if they weren't too sure beforehand.
Thank you.
I couldn't not speak about Vasyl Lomachenko. He's not technically in your weight class, but there's talk of he's mentioning your name. What you personally, I know you want Flanagan, you want to be able to unify the division, but when there's a guy like him who's very well thought of, and rightly so, he's a very good fighter. What for you to want that fight? Does he have to come up to lightweight and win a fight or a title? What would sway you to want to fight Lomachenko?
Well, first of all, Lomachenko had a great performance. Got to give him credit. You can definitely see the talent, the speed, the footwork. he's a terrific fighter. But if he's really serious about, facing me in the near future, then he has to move up to 135, where I am, and he's got to tell Bob Arum that that's what he wants. He's got to talk to his boss, his promoter, and then have Bob Arum come and talk to me. I can discuss this with Bob Arum. He said he doesn't hold grudges. He doesn't stay in business for 50 years for holding grudges. Well, there's no grudges, but at the end of the day, what he did with my career isn't forgotten. But we can always discuss this. This is a business, and I can talk to Bob. I'm promoting myself right now. I can discuss this with his promoter, Bob Arum, and we can always come to an agreement that works for both. And I would happy to take that fight. It would be lovely to take that fight. I think it would be a great fight, great skills, by both, myself and him, and I think the fans would really enjoy that fight.
Most certainly. There's so many good fighters that are options for yourself at the moment, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be in some great fights. Just finally, I'll just have I've taken up a lot of your time already, which I really appreciate. As a 3-weight world champion wanting to unify, what does the long-term future hold? Do you want to just go up as many weights as you can, winning world titles and setting records, or do you just take the fights as they come, whatever opportunities arise?
Well, long term, want to be recognized as one of the best fighters of this generation, and just show the fans, all the fighting abilities that I have. I still believe that most fans, just about everybody, still has not seen a full Mikey Garcia. They've only seen what I've accomplished in the ring, and they've only seen what was needed for me to win these fights. But they still haven't seen the full Mikey Garcia. I need other challenges, other opponents that can push me and bring out the best of me, and that's when the fans will get to see, what I can really do inside the ring. So that can only be, in a matter of a fight. It could be 2 fights from now. It could be 5 fights from now. I don't know which opponent will bring out the best of me, but in the meantime, we're going to keep winning fights, winning titles. I want to keep fighting championship fights that the fans deserve to watch, and that's really what I want to accomplish. I want to be recognized as one of the best fighters of all time.
Most definitely. Well, you told me just under a year ago that the 2.5-year layoff was going to be a blessing in disguise, and it's certainly proved so far. The 2 fights and the comeback have been phenomenal. I can't wait to see you back in there, whoever it's against, and as I say, hopefully it'll be against Flanagan and you can come over here to England, and the British public will get to see you firsthand.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope we can get something in the works, and I'm trying to reach out to Flanagan's people and promote it, and maybe we can start working on a possible fight with him.
Most definitely. Mikey Garcia, thank you so much for talking to Fight Talk again. It's been a pleasure, and I wish you all the success, and moving forward, just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Appreciate all the love and support.